Sudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranjaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatin Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavatir Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devagi Nandanaya Jam Nandakoba Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, text number 36. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is The Cause of All Causes. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Yasyehāvayavair lokān. Kalpayanti manīṣiṇaḥ. Kaṭya-ādibhir adhaḥ sapta. Saptordhvaṁ jaghana-ādibhiḥ. Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Yasya, whose, iha, in the universe. Avayavaiḥ, by the limbs of the body. Lokān, all the planets. Kalpayanti, imagine. Manīṣiṇaḥ, great philosophers. kaṭi-ādibhir, down from the west. Adhaḥ, downwards. Sapta, 7 systems. Sapta ūrdhvam, and 7 systems upwards. Jaghana-ādibhiḥ, from portion. Front portion. Translation and purport by His Eminence Abhay Charnavrinda, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. Great philosophers imagine that the complete planetary system in the universe are displays of the different upper and lower limbs of the universal body of the Lord. Purport. The word kalpayanti or imagine is significant. The virāṭ universal form of the absolute is an imagination of the speculative philosophers who are unable to adjust to the eternal two-handed form of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa. Although the universal form as imagined by the great philosophers is one of the features of the Lord, it is more or less imaginary. It is said that the 7 upper planetary systems are situated above the west of the universal form, whereas the lower planetary systems are situated below his west. The idea impressed herein that the Supreme Lord is conscious of every part of his body, and nowhere in the creation is there anything beyond his control. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurlumnidam Yana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauramani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Bhashasha Deshatarane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today's sloka, it is again the continuation of the discussion between Brahma and Narada. So prior to that, the Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, they were discussing. In that, Sukadeva Goswami is explaining to Parikshit Maharaj about the creation. So because there is a question from Parikshit Maharaj about the creation, how this creation, cosmic manifestation happened. There is a question from Parikshit Maharaj. So, and Shukadeva Goswami appreciated him because nobody will think, because normal person won't think about how this creation happened, what is the purpose. Nobody think that. We also in that manner only. When we take birth in this material world, we came out and we are thinking that everything is normal as usual, everything was there. We are also aligned with what is happening in the material world, in the material way of life. We are also taking birth and we are also growing, and we go to school, we get the job, and we'll get married and we get children. This is what happening in front of us. So we also get into that, the flow. But the intelligent person, they will think that how this creation happened, why there is a creation, why there is a the birth and death is happening, what is the purpose of this material world. And by the mercy of the acharyas, we can understand there is a supreme world also, why it is that, and what is the purpose, and how to go back, how to come out of this material problems. All those thinkings will happen only with the intelligent person. Since Maharaja Parikshit, he was a pious and intelligent person, he was asking that question. Even though he was at the end of his life, he was asking all these questions to Sukadeva Goswami. And Sukadeva Goswami, happily, he was giving the answer, because only the intelligent person have this kind of questions, and there is a chance to explain about this creation for Sukadeva Goswami as per the scriptures. So that is the reason he was also happy to answer him. And he is not answering from his own speculative way, because all the authorities, the acharyas and the Guru Param, they will follow the Guru Parampara. What is the previous acharya said, and they will repeat the same thing. They won't come up with their own ideas. That is the reason his name, Sukadeva Goswami, his name becomes Sukha. Sukha means it is a parrot. Parrot means it will just repeat. Even though we are keeping some parrot in our home, near cage, then many houses we could have seen that. The parrot will talk, whatever the owner talk, it will repeat the same thing. Similar way, here in this context, whatever the previous acharyas they told, the Sukadeva Goswami, without any tinge of extra, he will repeat the same thing. That's the reason his name becomes Sukadeva, Sukha Brahman. His name becomes Sukha. Sukha means he is a parrot. How the parrot is repeating, he is also repeating the same thing. So here he was quoting about the Brahma and Narada's discussion about this creation. Because Narada Muni also bewildered, because he was thinking that Brahmaji's father is the original creator. He is only creating the creation. That was his speculation. But later he came to know that through Brahmaji, he was explaining that I am also created by someone. I am not the creator, original creator. I am just assisting. I am just repeating whatever the Lord created. I am just doing the repetitive work. That's what he told. And also above me, there is a supreme hand is there. Because of that, everything is running. I am also created by him. There are those kind of knowledge Brahma is giving to Narada. In that way, he was giving about how this universe is created and what are the things are happening. All those things he is giving now. So in the previous classes, we discussed about the Vishnu Rupa. So first, the Mahavishnu, he was lying in the casual ocean. So that Mahavishnu, he won't have any Lakshmi to serve or Anandasesh to lie. He was lying in the casual ocean, that is the Mahavishnu. So from his Mahavishnu's body, each and every pores of his body, the bubbles are coming out. Those bubbles are like the universes. Each bubble or each universe. It's kind of in Sanskrit we can say it's andam. Andam means it's a kind of egg kind of. In the Hindi also we'll say anda, egg. For egg, we'll say anda. Anda means it's a covered one. That is the anda. That's why it's a goal way it is there. This is why it called is a anda. So our universe also like that only, there is a covering, and so there are 7 coverings are there for the universe, and within that universe there are within that universe, there is a casual version. Then that Mahavishnu took a form of a Garbha Udaga Dakshai Vishnu. Garbha Dakshai Vishnu. We'll say Garbha Dakshai Vishnu. Garbha Udaga Dakshai Vishnu. Udaga means some water. So the Vishnu is lying in the Garbha, the Garbhodaya ocean, Garbhodaya water. That's why his name Garbha Udaya Dakshai Vishnu. Garbha Dakshai Vishnu, we'll say. So he was lying there. He is coming and lying there in another sheesh. And from his navel, the lotus sprouting, and from that, the creation is happening. And Brahma is getting created, and the other planetary systems are there, and all the living entities are created. And that living entity, the seed-giving, original seed-giving father is Krishna himself. And Brahma is a secondary creator. He is taking care of all the activities. These are all the things we discussed till now. And in the previous class, we discussed about the virāṭ Rupa of the Supreme Lord. So the virāṭ Rupa, we discussed about how in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna, he was talking about his virāṭ Rupa. When Arjuna, he wanted to, because whatever the knowledge provided by Krishna, it should be bona fide. The bona fide, nobody should think that it is somebody imaginary way they wrote Bhagavad Gita, imaginary way it is a kind of Mahabharata is just a story. Nobody should say in the future. That is the reason he was asking the Supreme Lord that Krishna asked him to show the proof as a proof that you are you are claiming that you are a Supreme Lord. So can you show your virāṭ Rupa? So that is a question asked by Arjuna to the Supreme Lord Krishna. So the Supreme Lord, he showed his virāṭ Rupa, and all the thousands of legs, thousands of eyes, thousands of mouth, thousands of head, thousands of hands. So it is bewildered to Arjuna. So he was unable to bear that effulgence coming out from this body of this Lord. Yes, be unable to see one sun at at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You cannot see the sun directly. It is one sun. We are not able to see the sun directly. If thousands of sun at a time it coming, and it is the effulgence are coming from thousands of suns at a time, then how it will be the glare? The similar way, the Lord showing his virāṭ Rupa, the virāṭ Rupa was in that manner, the lights coming from that virāṭ Rupa. So Arjuna got bewildered, he unable to see the virāṭ Rupa for a long time. So he was mercifully, he was asking the merciful Lord, please show your come back to our original Rupa, so that I'm feeling very afraid of this by seeing that, because there are so many, all the virāṭ Rupa, it is a kind of a material creation, material world, what all things are happening, everything he was able to see in the material world. The Kurukshetra war, all the opposite party, they are crushed by just in the mouth of the mouth of the Lord. So he was able to see that also. So it was very fearful for him in seeing that the Rupa of the Lord. So immediately he was asking the Lord to come back to his original form. So Lord came back to the original form. So that was we were discussing in the previous classes. So today here Brahma was explaining that to the great philosophers, because only the devotees can understand that the Lord and the Lord's form and everything, because they are following the parampara system. But the philosophers, what they will do, they will imagine of their own. So what they are imagining, the great philosopher, how they are imagining, it is provided by Brahmaji. How they are imagining the complete planetary system, the universe, it is the entire universe is limbs of the body of the Lord. So the 7 planetary system, upper planetary system, 7 lower planetary system, there are 14 planetary systems are there within the universe, which is come out from the Lord's navel. So the 14 planetary system, how the great philosophers, what they will think, the upper planetary system and the lower planetary system. So the upper planetary system, it is above the west of the Lord, it is the upper planetary system. And below the west of the Lord is the lower planetary system. So they will imagine that the entire universe within all the planetary system, it is all the limbs of the Lord. That is the way they will imagine. So it is some part of it is a true also, because the entire universe is the parts of the Lord only, part and parcel of the Lord only. So in this way, the great philosophers imagining that the universal form, that is the universal form. They think that is the universal form. Lord is in the form of the planetary system, upper and lower planetary system, like that they think. And also Prabhupada is giving that the idea impressed here is that the Supreme Lord is consciousness of every part of his body. See how we can take up our body from head until the toe, entire body, we have the consciousness. Even though if we are at the night, we are sleeping, at the time somebody touched or our feet or somebody touch our head, any parts of their body, immediately we'll get the feeling, okay, somebody doing the touching our right body. Why it is happening? Because the consciousness is there in our body. The soul is there in our body. That is become consciousness. So the consciousness is there in the entire body, each and every part of the body. Any part of the body touched, immediately we'll get the consciousness. Similar way, the entire creation is part and parcel of the Lord. It is. That's why how the philosophers are thinking. It is in that way. If you see each and every universe, each and every universe within the universe, whatever the planetary portion systems are there, all are part and parcel of the Lord, all the limbs of the Lord. Any part of the Lord, whatever it is happening, how our body, if we have the consciousness, any part of the body, if somebody touched, immediately we are able to feel that. Similar way, the Lord's body also, if somebody touched, he has also the conscious about the all parts of the body. So that's the reason here the final statement Prabhupada providing, nowhere in the creation is there anything beyond his control. So that is the way, beyond his control, nothing is there. So in our body also we can say, the body, our hands, our legs, everything within our control. It is not we cannot say it is not in our control. So the similar way, the entire creation, it is under the control of the Lord. Because the philosophers, great philosophers, they are comparing this material universe as a imagination, as a planetary portion. The entire planetary portion is the limbs of the body. And this virāṭ rupa, the universal form of the Lord, there are multiple times Lord showed the universal form to the devotees. It is the one time, there are around 10 times in the Mahabharata, we can read Mahabharata and the scriptures, we can see that around 10 times Lord showed his virāṭ rupa in a different situation. So one of the things we already discussed in the Kurukshetra war, when Arjuna asked about the virāṭ rupa of the Lord, universal power, asked him to show the universal body of the Lord. Immediately, Lord gave the divya chakshu. So you see, with the normal eyes, we cannot see the Lord. Because with the normal eyes, we can see only this by material elements only. Material things only we cannot see. And since Lord is the Sachidananda Vigraha, it cannot be seen by this material eye. So Lord gave the divya chakshu to, divya chakshu means is some transcendental eyes to Arjuna. So through that eyes, Arjuna was able to see the universal form of the Lord. So that's what we discussed in the Mahabharata. That is one of the situation. And when the pastimes of the Lord happened, in that another time also Lord showed the universal form. When Yashodama and Krishna both were in the banks of Yamuna, and Krishna playing with his friends, and along with Balram also, they are all playing. That time, Krishna took the mud and he put it in his mouth. And all are noticed that Krishna is eating mud. So immediately Balram went to his mother and he complained that Krishna is eating mud. So immediately Yashodama came over there and she asked Krishna, "Are you eating mud?" Then Krishna told, "No, I'm not eating mud." No. Then show me your mouth. Like that she was asking. So when the Lord showed his mouth, open his mouth, Yashodamai, she was able to see there is the inside of the mouth of the Lord, the Brahmanda, whatever the Brahmanda she was there, same Brahmanda she was able to see inside of the mouth of the Lord. The same Brahmanda she was seeing that inside of the mouth of the Lord, the universe is there. Within the universe, the earth planetary system, Vrindavan place, she was able to see the Yamuna, bank of Yamuna, and she was able to see herself within the mouth of the Lord. And within then, the baby Krishna there, he was opening his mouth, he was showing the universe, showing his mouth to Yashodamai. She was able to see within the mouth of the Lord, she was able to do the same position, whatever she was outside. Inside of the mouth also, she was seeing the same scene. And again, inside of that Lord's, inside of the Lord's mouth, he was able to see the Lord again. And inside of the Lord's mouth, and in where the Lord, again, he was opening the mouth inside of that. Again, there is a universe she was able to see. So it is a kind of a, interiorly, it is going on. So she got bewildered. He fainted by seeing that, because it is not an easy thing to understand the Supreme Lord. And by seeing this universal form of the Lord, she also got fainted. And because of the Lord's Yoga Maya, we covered that. So this is one of the pastime where Lord showed his universal form. And again, when Akrura came to Vrindavana to bring Krishna and Balram as per the Kamsa's order for the competition, so that time also Krishna and Balram, they were started along with Akrura. Then Akrura, he was riding the chariot. That time he got sweating. So then Akrura told, okay, I'm feeling sweat, so let me take a bath in Yamuna. Like that, he asked permission from Krishna and Balram. Then they also told, okay, you can go and take bath. You will sit in the chariot only. Then he kept the chariot in the outside of that Yamuna, in the Yamuna's bank. Then he came and he took the bath in Yamuna. When he dipped into the water of Yamuna, inside of the water, he was seeing the Supreme Lord there. He was lying in the, he was seeing the Krishna and Balram there, who was sitting in the same Krishna and Balram who was sitting in the chariot, the same figure, he was able to see inside of the water as a Supreme Lord. Then he has got bewildered. So then immediately he came out from the water and he was seeing whether who are they? Are they in the chariot or are they in the inside of the water? Then he was seeing the chariot. In chariot, Krishna and Balaram, they were chit-chatting and they are laughing at each other, and they are on their own world. Then Akrura again get into the water, and then again he was able to see the form of the Lord within the water, the universal form of the Lord. This is the another place where the Supreme Lord showed his universal form to Akrura also. So like that, there are multiple places Lord showed his universal form to others. So why Lord showed his universal form? It is not to show his opulences, because Lord no need to show his opulences to others, because there is nothing beyond him. All the opulences, whatever Lord has, he has the control over it, and nobody equal or above him. So he no need to show off his opulences to anybody. See, if we are in the material way, if we bought some new saree or new dress, immediately we wanted to show to our neighbors. If you have bought anything, new bike, new car or new bicycle, then immediately we will show to other people. We'll take a picture and we'll put it on the WhatsApp. We'll spread to everyone, because they wanted to show that I bought this. I have this new thing with me. But Lord is not in that mood, because everything is belong to Lord. So now Lord don't want to show. There is no competitor at all for the Lord. Since we are the competitors, our neighbors, our friends, our relatives, we are the competition there. We are thinking that they are competitors. So that's the reason we wanted to show to them that I am above than you. Like that we wanted to show. So that is the reason we wanted to spread those news. But for the Lord, there is no need, because everything belongs to him in this material world, the spiritual world. Everything belongs to him. He no need to show off to anyone. So that is the reason Lord, he won't show off to anyone. For the Virat Rupa, whatever he was universal form, he was showing, it is not to impress anybody. It is just wanted to make them understand, the person understand that I am the Supreme Lord. That he wanted to show his position. That's all. He wanted to show off, show his position to them, so that they will be away from their false ego. Then they will accept whatever Lord is saying. That is the reason he was showing. But even though in one of the situation, when Lord was showing his universal form to Duryodhana also he showed one time. But he was not like other Pandavas, he was not he was not having the understanding he's a Supreme Lord. Even though he saw his universal form, but he was not able to understand he's a Supreme Lord. So that is the mercy of the Lord. When the person, only the devotees who don't have any ego, who was eligible, only the eligible person can get into the path of bhakti. Not everyone can get into the path of bhakti. That is the thing we can understand from Mahabharata. Even though Lord is with Pandavas and Kauravas in between, within them, the Lord is roaming and they are chit-chatting with them. But still, only the Pandavas understood that he is a Supreme Lord, and they were taking help from him whenever, and they were always, all means whatever it is happening, it is because of the Supreme Lord. So that is their faith and complete surrender. They were doing whatever they are doing is full of Lord's. Whatever happening, it is because of the Lord. That is the only complete surrenderness they had. But in the other hand, the Kauravas, they were not understanding the supreme authority. They are understanding the supreme. So Krishna is one of our cousin. That's all. That's the way they were thinking. So that is the reason they were defeated. So in order to get the mercy of the Lord, the thing is we have to surrender to the lotus feet of the Lord and try to serve the Lord. So that is the way we can make the Lord, where we can please the Lord, and Lord also mercifully give the blessing to us. So but the devotees, nothing material, or there is no material requirements for the devotees. The devotees' desire is, how can I serve the Lord? That is the only desire for the supreme, the devotees. But for the materialistic people, I want this, I want that, I want car, I want house, all those things will be there. Even though the material hankering is there, it is better to ask the Supreme Lord. That was the Acharyas are saying that it is not, don't want to go to the different demigods and asking different things. Whatever we are required, we can ask the Supreme Lord only. Because the Supreme Lord, he knows that what to give and what to not to give. And mercifully, he can avoid the bhakti also in the over the period of time. Because he knows that this material is this particular spiritual soul, it is coming to me. That means some kind of surrenderness is there. So Lord will give the intelligence, and one day the same soul, it will leave the material hankering and it will get into the path of spirituality and surrender under the Supreme Lord's lotus feet. So that is the way we can, even though we are having the material hankering, we can surrender to the Supreme Lord, and we can ask the material things also from the Supreme Lord. We can pray to the Lord and provide the material things from the Supreme Lord. If we are eligible, Lord will provide. Otherwise, we can take it in the other way, that we are not eligible and it is not required for us now. So that is or we can take it in that way, that there is a better thing in the Lord's hand, and Lord has a better plan than us. That is the reason he is not giving to us whatever we are expecting now. So in that way we take, then automatically we will get into the path of detachment from the material things, and we can get into the attached to the spiritual activities. So today's sloka, we discussed about the great philosophers. They are imagining that the entire universe is the body of the Supreme Lord. All the planetary systems, upper planetary system is the upper part of the body of the Supreme Lord, and lower planetary system is the lower part of the limbs of the Supreme Lord. This is their imagination. This is what we discussed today. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.